This day, y'all, one of the worst days since arriving to Atlanta. Run the clip. Hello and welcome back to my channel, Oming with Oma. My name is Oma and I'm about to take you through this journey as to what happened November 6th, 2019. While I put the hair back, I slicked it back, I was putting in that hair mask, trying to oil my hair, get it together. After this quarantine is over, you know, you still get to shine and still look your best when all of that is done. Number 6 was testing day for me. I had an expectation. I had one. Because it was the Atlanta Hawks, I just had one. But that's what they say, don't have expectations, right? Don't have any expectations for what you're going to get into. Don't expect a human being to set out the correct path that you intended them to. Don't. That's what they said. Don't have expectation because it just ruins everything. But it was the Atlanta Hawks though. So anyways, me and my sister, we hopped in the car and we drove there. I thought the city of Atlanta, I had a lot of thoughts, you know. I'm gonna admit that I had so many thoughts going into this. I thought Atlanta would be the same thing as New York, so quote unquote maybe, but it wasn't. And that's okay too. Every city, every state would have their own way of representing who they are. So we went, and I even got lost in the midst of this networking event. It seems like I didn't, just deep down inside, it didn't seem like I cared. I'm gonna be honest, it didn't seem like I cared. I just really wanted to meet different people and make that connection there. I should have just stated, that should have been an expectation for me, like, just meeting people. Yeah, that. But anyways, I went, I spoke to staff, I spoke to custodians, I spoke to production staff, cooks. I just wanted to know what they like about Atlanta and places they could refer me to. It's really outside of the whole networking thing. It's why did you go? Really was just to get my foot in the door. But it's not like New York though. It's not like New York, and it was hard to get out of that mind frame and out of that mindset. But as soon as I got and found my way, somebody actually helped me, which is so nice. So after the person helped me to get there, the room was off. Energetically, the vibes were off. It was all off. I didn't want to be there. It was a strong pinning feeling to just leave. Something just told me, Oma, just leave. But I stayed. I know after the event, there was going to be the game. And I haven't been to a professional basketball game ever. I've been to a lot of college sports games, but that's college. This is another ballpark. No pun intended on that. So this was something out of my realm and I wanted to experience that. So I stayed and I was like, let me meet other people and really work on that skill of networking. So I really made it out to be a challenge for myself to accomplish. I was like, why not? But I felt a lot of my interactions with personnel was just a little forced. It's just a little forced to me. I expected to be more genuine, but because, I mean, I probably am making an excuse here, that because there's so many people vying for their attention, it's so much that you could give at that particular time. So I felt, and that's what I portrayed it to be too as well. And I'm very introverted, so to have so many people trying to put questions and then answering and try to put your input in, I just felt like it was a lot. And I haven't networked in like 2 years now. It was like one job after the other just kept coming. So this was a different ballpark for me, but then the energy just wasn't as welcoming. And I remember one personnel went up to the stage. She was the head personnel, the person that's running the whole show. She went up to the stage and then said, I'm not going to quote her word for word, I'm not really good at that, but in her words, what I interpret it, she said these other people, they're going to have to network in order to get into these jobs here. I just felt completely disconnected. I just felt like we're all competing, and that's what it sounds like, and I don't want to have this sense or urge to compete with others just so I can make it. A lot of thoughts going in. I just felt out of place having these conversations. I really, honestly, even after that, I didn't even care to pick any more cards. I just felt as though like this is not a rodeo for me. And I thought about everything I gave up from NYC to Atlanta. I was like, I'm gonna hit the ground running here. It just wasn't there for me. And so I cried about it. I was like, how am I supposed to make it? But aside from the pity party, it was cool. The game was cool. I got to saw Big Tigger. He was on 106 in Park years ago. It was cool to see some celebrities that night. But I'm not gonna be petty. But I'm gonna do it anyway. The fact is, because the energy was off that, it was just a bad day, I'm guessing. Because the energy was off at that networking event, it portrayed outside of the game. Because the Atlanta Hawks lost to the Bulls. They lost. With all that said and done, thank you guys so much for being present with me. Like, comment, and subscribe. Hit that bell button before you go. Hit that bell button though. And I'll catch you guys in my new one. Bye.